Good evening. Welcome to this week's episode of the Power Hour. I am Steve. C Red will be joining us later on, as will Russian Blue, Cactus Rack, Rachel, whatever you're calling her this week. Rion Skills may show, may not. Now that the morning after is coming out, maybe Rion doesn't need us or desire us as much as maybe he once did. So we'll see how that goes. PX taking a break from the show. So with all of those things going against us, the Freaknet Studios have circled the wagons. And may I introduce you to the Power Turtle? That is this show tonight. And I'd like to welcome our guest, the amazing Turtle from JFW fandom, from Freaknet Studios, award-winning performer, Nova award-winning performer,
Yep.
championship caliber wrestler, historic referee, uh, fantastic bell ringer. I mean, you have worn a great many hats from the days of the PTP. Shout out to the Tomasellis, all the way to now, where you have the unfortunate joy of sitting at CSW on a Friday night, listening to my life go to hell in a handcart. Let's
Yeah.
just start right there, shall we?
Well, why
You
not?
know, I'll have to say that, commentary is not always easy. You want to make sure when you're doing commentary that you're not overdoing it. You want to make sure that you're not upstaging the actors in the ring. It's not about you. And, that is something that, we try to do. I mean, everybody likes to believe that the world centers around them. So in commentary, you got to kind of let that go away, and it doesn't always work out. Sometimes at Rocket Pro, it gravitates back to me. I try to keep it away as much as I can. I'm sure Travis Steve will shit can this opinion next week on the JFW Power podcast, but that's neither here nor there. But you know, commentary on Friday the 13th. Uh, Stan Payne taking an extended leave from the commentary booth due to work. So, Stan Payne, peace. We love you. We miss you. So, basically, it's come down to me and big business, me and Levi. And Turtle gets to sit next to it all night. So, at the bar after, as we're doing the after party, I'm sitting there lamenting about things not going exactly my way on commentary. We certainly struggled through a majority of it, and I was told by many people, "Hey, don't worry about it. I'm sure it's going to be great," which is it's lovely. Positive reinforcement is fantastic. But Turtle, you can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool an amphibian at all. You sat there, you heard it. I have a right to be concerned, don't I?
Yeah, you do a little bit. I say so.
I'm going to get fired. And you get fired from jobs. I mean, it happens sometimes. But I kind of expected at this point for someone to just, especially the IWTV people are going to like, what the fuck are you doing? And I know that the people that put the videos together and get it ready for IWTV are going to listen to it, and they're going to blame me. And I had special guests on commentary this time in the form of FXB and a let's just say we're going to call him the herbivore going forward, Jax Johnson. Accent on the herb. Um, so it was it was a unique experience. I'm not sure what I mean. I mean, maybe it'll surprise me, and maybe people will love it and say we want this every time. To which I'm giving my 2 weeks notice. Turtle, save my soul. Tell me it's going to be okay.
I think it will be
He
okay
can't. He
because
can't tell it. He's lying your
I
ass off, lying your bitch
so
ass off right now.
I don't so when it comes down to like you'll be fine because anyone with a brain will be like he's only human. He can only carry so much on his back. Can only hold so much on his plate. And not everybody can be fixed. Not everybody can be trained.
Speaking of
I
being,
know this.
get your pet spayed or neutered. It's important.
True. I mean, you are given what you are given, pretty much, and you can only work with what you got. You
I
did
love
your best.
I love Levi. I love the boys, but I'm going to hear about it. I just know I know they're going to listen to it and they're going to be like, Steve, what happened to you? And I'm going to say, I don't know. I checked out very early on, but don't miss CSW Friday the 13th. It'll be on IWTV, and you can judge for yourself if I'm wrong or I'm right. I was telling people that this is how it was. When they came by, as we were all saying goodbye, I'm like, I'm just telling you right now because I don't want it to be a surprise. And then everybody's like, you make too big a deal about it. I don't know if I made too big a deal about this. I'm not so sure that that's 100% accurate. And, I get hugged and they pat me on the head and they send me home and, this, that, and the other. But it's just like, I feel like Han Solo flying into the area of space where Alderaan used to be. I got a bad feeling about this. But otherwise, a stellar show. What about that fucking last man standing match? I mean, Jesus Christ. Did Warhorse and Lycan not level up on that playing field to the point that match was right up there for me with Brubaker versus Capri in that street fight that people still talk about to this day. I mean, they did some shit that made everybody just go, how did they do that?
Can they top that? That's the question. Can they top that?
I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, I kind of feel like the rivalry between Lycan and Warhorse, it won't end. Uh, and I'm not sure exactly how our special guest in October at Cemetery Gates, Moose, fits into this equation. But can you imagine what a triple threat between Warhorse, Moose, and Lycan would look like? I mean, someone's life could be lost.
I mean, we almost had that this past Friday. Now
No, that
imagine
assassination
what.
attempt wasn't real.
Don't even get me started on that bullshit.
Okay, real quick. I said it. I think I counted 15 times. Maybe this is where I'll get in trouble on commentary. 15 times as it's unfolding in front of us, as the press conference is happening. I'm like, it's the wrong fucking ear.
I
It
the
was
crowd
the
was
wrong
with you
ear,
on that.
Turtle. He had a
The
band
crowd
on
was
the
with
wrong
you.
ear. Watch the footage. If you go, okay, so here's the game. Here's a game you can play. When IWTV drops CSW Friday the 13th, I want you to go back to Cruel Summer, which you can do. The catalog of CSW is deep on IWTV. Go check out Cruel Summer, the assassination attempt. It's very early on in the Cruel Summer episode. Check it out. He gets shot in the air, he covers it up, and then they whisk him away to attempted assassination land. And there's that. Comes out with the opposite ear taped, which should tell you all you need to know for those of you that think he really got shot.
I don't know who's more delusional, TJ Steele or the two asshats who thought they were talking to their bosses on
They're
Secret
talking into
Secret
their
Service.
tape. There's no walkie-talkie or micro. I mean, are they talking to? Are there humans inhabiting their wrists? What is going on?
That whole group is full of asshats that have no brains
It's a hot mess,
at
is
this
what it is.
point.
And now we have to call TJ Steele President Steele. So
I ain't gotta do nothing.
he's no longer the general manager. He's the president. Now, Turtle, you've been at CSW a long time, longer than me. We go back a long way. You were there during my general manager administration, and they were the best of times and the worst of times. We went through the pandemic together. We launched the hashtag CSW Strong campaign where we did that viral video that got seen thousands of times. And every week we shared a historic match in CSW history until we got to come back. So we tried, and then things got really good for us, until TJ Steele stole my job via litigation, thanks to the scumbag Schultz. But here's the thing. A general manager is an appointed position. I was appointed general manager by the powers that be. A president is not appointed. A president is elected. Am I right or am I not wrong?
You are absolutely right.
So if he's now the president, doesn't CSW Nation deserve an opportunity to vote him out of office?
Oh, 100%. It should be up to
Doesn't that
the
give me an
nation now.
doesn't that give me an opportunity to run as an opposing candidate
Uh,
to TJ
Definitely.
Steele?
Hell yeah.
So why can't we, we certainly love the debates, don't we? We love Kamala versus Donald. We love all that shit. Talk about it on the internet for days. Shouldn't I get a chance to debate that idiot on the issues?
I back you 100% on this.
Because to be honest, if there's a debate between TJ Steele and myself, I mean, TJ Steele's a professional wrestler. He's God's gift to women, the body, the face. He is that guy. He is your prototypical wrestler. But here's the thing. All I do in this business is talk on that mic. If there was ever one thing that I would have a pronounced advantage over TJ Steele, would it not be a one-on-one debate?
It'll be one-sided. You are like the best talker of the two. What is TJ Steele gonna say? Really? He's gonna belittle the crowd a
Unless
little
we
bit, and
talk
that's it.
about him. And that's the thing that's the problem. While he's been worried about himself and his faction, the real leadership of CSW is the hate keepers. Warhorse is running everything. So if TJ and Steele and I get involved in an electoral process and we go against each other and God forbid I win and there's an elect, I'm not saying there is. That seems like a lofty goal. And I don't think TJ Steele is stupid enough to get involved in a debate against me that he knows he'll lose. But my point is, when you get that win, then I have to go one-on-one, head-to-head against the nihilist. He should be going head-to-head against the nihilist. I mean, doesn't it seem like he's in charge?
Definitely.
CSW, there's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of things that are happening. And Turtle, we're stuck in the middle of it yet again. How do
Yep.
we keep getting involved in these things?
It's like someone's got the fishing pole, keeps on reeling us in
You,
with something we love,
you
and we
think you
keep
get
falling
out,
for it every time.
yeah, you think you get out, but you can never really get out. What was your favorite moment of Friday the 13th? Did you have a moment that really popped you that you thought was the biggest moment?
So I believe it or not, I actually enjoyed Hans Carden um it, doing the double crab on Valor and Grayson. I mean, not
Hans
many
Carden's
can pull that
becoming
off.
he's becoming a major player. He he
He
could be,
is.
he could be your champion real soon.
And as much as I want to punch him in the face, I can see him as our champion, and I'll be like, all right, cool, I'll step back. But maybe someday I'll challenge him.
You deserve your shot, Turtle. Um, as we said at the beginning, Cemetery Gates coming up in October. I believe it's October 11th is the date. Special guest stars Moose from TNA and the return of the Megasis Megan Bain, who is just blowing up on the TikTok and the Instagram.
Oh yeah.
So that's going to be fun. And we had what really popped me? Something that happened in the Futures Royal, if you can believe it. We saw the return of Chicago's favorite spider, Blair Onyx. What the fuck happened there? Where did she come from?
It was definitely Friday the 13th.
We
Strange
haven't
things are
seen Blair
happening.
Onyx in 5 years.
And that popped me too. I'm like, wow, it's good to see her, and I hope we keep seeing her, and
So
hopefully, maybe she'll be a future champion.
I mean, you just never know. She has put in the work, and she has got quite the following right now. So that would certainly be good for business. I know if I get back involved in office, we certainly have to go out and get Blair Onyx. Who wouldn't want to see Blair Onyx versus Missa Kate?
Oh, please, I may even come back to ref for that match.
Which version of Missa Kate do you fear more? Do you fear our women's champion, or do you fear whatever the fuck it is in that video?
A little bit of both. because the one in the video is scary, but I wouldn't want to be on the wrong side of the champion.
All I can say is bipolar disorder gone horribly awry. I mean, she is borderline the Joker at this point. Can you imagine if she snaps altogether?
We're
I
all
don't
in
need
trouble.
that. I don't need that. I got enough to worry about with Warhorse. Now I got to deal with the Joker missing Kate.
Hmm.
No,
And then we got Shaza McKenzie running wild. It's crazy.
Shaza has become more violent and dangerous since he joined the Hate Keepers. And
Yes.
you can see the change in her game now that she is involved with that group. She doesn't care who she slaps around and beats the shit out of. She was deadly before. I mean, everybody knows the lore behind Shaza, certainly. But Jesus, now she's got the full backing of the Hate Keepers. Best of luck. But what about that ending for the Hate Keepers that saw one of the Hate Keepers get disgruntled with the involvement of Hollister and leave the area alone? Now, we had terrible vantage point from the back of the view as this was unfolding. So I'm not sure if it was Marston or Boucher who left, but one of those guys departed quickly in an angry rage. So
Hmm.
could this be another member of the Hate Keepers opting out? I mean, following the example set by Lycan and Tupu?
This could be, my co-host on JFW might accuse me of being a faction slayer again, and all I'm doing is sitting there.
Faction Slayer. Oh, you just gotta love it. You just gotta love it. So CSW pumping out just amazing things. You know what other match that was amazing in Friday the 13th was the match between the tag team champions, Bad Meets Evil, Avalon and Sierra. Congratulations on being named in the PWI top 500. Also, shout out to Tupu and Warhorse. Quite a few people amongst our ranks are PWI top 500. So, congratulations to them. Um, Quite the tag team match versus El Sueño Iniestra and Lily La Pescadita Ruiz. And it was a strange bedfellows scenario as Iniestra and Lily didn't look like they were quite on the same page the whole time. And watching Avalon have to fight Lily is just something I'm gonna take that away. I'm gonna enjoy that forever. I love it when someone as powerful and as established as Avalon gets put in a situation where you can see he's just, I'm not sure what to do with this, but here we are. So I enjoyed that match very much as well.
Definitely.
So
Good
yeah,
on Lily for keep holding her own and staying, on top with the rules,
well,
not falling for it.
she might have been injured still somewhat. I mean, she took a hell of a beating at the hands of Miller the previous month at Cruel Summer, and that viral video of her putting Chris Miller through all of those chairs. I mean, she picked up a stinger, she said, and she hadn't been right for a while. I didn't take any bumps. I mean, wrestling is a dangerous business, and she was doing yeoman's work coming back very quickly after what could have been a concussion protocol.
Right.
So good for Lily. Way to rock and roll. We see Lily at NWA regularly now, and NWA is coming back in October as well. NWA Chicago, October 18th, back in Highland Park. So you get to see all your favorite CSW superstars and some of the big names on the ticket, like the Brian Idols and the Natalia Markovas and the all of those superstars that are established in NWA on their big event platform. So don't miss that if you will. This Friday night, however, we have a little bit of a thing that we're doing, something a little different. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
I know why you're
So yeah.
here. I'm just delaying the inevitable because I don't want us to get mad to the point where we just want to stop while we're waiting for our comrades to show up. Uh, so we'll talk about the creator scumbag a little later as we go. But let's talk about RPW's night at the movies, the red carpet, the drinks named after you, Turtle. They like
That's
you.
an honor.
They really
They do.
like you.
Now I don't want to make my head any bigger than it is, Steve, according to you, but it's definitely an honor to be loved. I see it. I feel loved, and I'm enjoying it. And keep running with being loved because
Let's
that's the way I want to be.
let's refocus on what you just said. You should have a big head a little bit because you have gone through decades worth of training, being treated like shit, scraping just to get on cards to the point where you are a main event player at a company that averages 400 people per show and has big screen events. So if ever you were going to have a big head, this would be the time. So that wasn't a criticism so much as an observation. But I think, every once in a while we should have a big head. Every once in a while, when you're good at what you do and you're doing a good job, take a bow, smell the roses, let that cranium inflate just a little bit. Fuck Travis Steve and his opinions. You deserve a little inflation in the cabeza because you've worked your ass off for it. So good for you, Turtle.
I appreciate it, Steve.
What are we going to see Friday night? It's RPW's Fall Brawl on the big screen. Were you at the last one?
No, I was not.
I wasn't either. So this is very exciting. And my wife and son, who never go to wrestling hardly ever, might be in attendance at this particular show, which is cool because what else am I ever going to get on the big screen, right?
Right. So they're
I'm the
giving you
most,
the Bill
I'm the most
Shelley treatment.
Yeah, I'm the most popular narrator since the guy that did the narration in A Christmas Story with Ralph Billingsley. So that I'll take that and we'll run with that. But it should be great. I mean, the Hollywood Boulevard venue is amazing from what I hear. And it's really done right. I mean, I saw photos and videos from the last event. It looks like a lot of fun. I'm excited about it. Are you excited about it?
Oh, definitely excited. See, get to see me on the big screen. That come on,
Now,
can't
now
get any
you
better
now
than
your
that.
head's just out of control. Now you're dangerously close to arrogant.
Nah, me.
Remember what Rion says: take away pride and ego.
uh,
Uh-huh.
I've always wanted to be a movie star, Steve.
Well, here we go. You'll
This
be
is as
signing
close as I'm gonna
autographs.
get.
You'll be signing autographs all night. That's this Friday at Hollywood Boulevard. Where's that? That's in Woodridge, right?
Yeah.
So you can come on up to Woodridge. I understand there are still some seats available. So come up and have some RPW themed drinks. Uh, Definitely don't drink the Steve Michaels Golden Bear swill. That looks disgusting. Have a turtle, have a sewer water, have a little sea red, have some magic elixirs along the way. And then, of
And
course,
don't
the
forget
LIM
the
is
LIM. The LIM drink. That apparently Pac-Man doesn't know uh what he talks about, what he means when he talks about his drinks.
PX and I are in that fantasy football thing, Kid Lat's Lightning Dome fantasy football league. And I have started off very slowly. I'm 0-2. I'm not afraid to admit it. But he was talking some shit online, and I made a derogatory reference to the LIM. I called them the lazy inbred morons. And his response says, I can't believe someone didn't say that earlier, which makes me think, yeah, how come nobody's ever gone against the LIM and come up with their own snazzy anagram?
So you did something Joey Roth never did.
Well, that just stands to reason. I'm levels above Joey Roth, despite he not thinking so. So this Friday night, RPW at the Hollywood Boulevard, check it out. Um, let's talk a little bit now about your big Saturday night, just a few days from now. Southland Championship Wrestling, a place I haven't been in a minute, has their biggest event of the year, WrestleTopia. I believe this is WrestleTopia 5. Did I read that right?
It is WrestleTopia 5.
And there's a lot of first class, top shelf talent going to be on display in Shabance for WrestleTopia 5. What is the Amazing Turtle doing at WrestleTopia 5?
So unofficially, because it hasn't been finalized, the Cowabunga crew should be in a tag team match on High Voltage,
And
but
that's
we do
you
not
and
know.
Omar, right? That's the
Me
Cowabunga.
and
And did I
yep,
see that the
Omar.
amazing Amazon is your manager?
Manager, uh she's a friend. She's part of our crew. She kicks ass just as much as we do. So to say she's a manager, not necessarily correct,
Shout
but
out to
she
the
can be.
Amazon. We love you. We love you.
She's an ass kicker just like the rest of us. That's all we can really put it as.
So we are continuing the never-ending saga of the narcissistic Aaron Xavier and his even more narcissistic bride, the evil angel, taking on Terry Allen and Erica
Yep.
D'Erico in a tag team match. Now, when I was there at the end of last year, I think is when the last time I was there. They were tussling then. There was supposed to be a big tag team smorgasbord then between those four. What happened? Is this did it happen? And now it's gonna they're running it back.
As far as I can remember, it has not happened. So a lot of things would happen to where somebody is injured, quote unquote. Um, it depends on this when the injury supposedly happened. Because you can either say Terry Allen was on some bullshit or Eric Xavier was on some bullshit. Angel, who is always on bullshit, and Erica's probably the only one with with a brain. It's hard to tell who's not up to par with this, but it's finally gonna happen, maybe, unless Angel breaks a nail or something,
Yeah, that's
or
very common.
so we're hoping it does happen finally and get because this has to come to an end. You would think, right? They've been so last year's Topia. It was Terry Allen and Aaron Xavier
Yeah,
one
so
on
it's
one,
like we're running it back an entire calendar year. You want to talk about long-term storytelling? I mean, this is going on as long as CM Punk and Drew McIntyre apparently is going.
right?
Um,
So we'll see.
what else we got? We got. I thought I saw the evil Creed, the new version of James Creed taking on the Irish Car Bomb. Is that does he still occupy the Genesis Championship?
You mean the Brewmaster
Oh, I'm
Championship?
sorry, the Brewmaster. I didn't. Yeah, that's right. So is it the Brewmaster champion versus the heavyweight champion?
Uh, that's right.
Are all the titles on the line?
That I am not sure of. We
I
have
mean,
to
it's
get on Flat Top
WrestleTopia.
about that.
It's WrestleTopia. It should
I
be
don't
all
think
or
so though,
nothing.
because I think Crybaby Creed did bitch about that other title not being on the line.
Okay. So maybe it's just the championship. And boy, I hope he's not taking Mulligan lightly because Mulligan hits harder than just about anybody. So that should be a hell of a match. What else you got cooking at WrestleTopia? What are some of the things that are big?
Well, in an interesting dynamic, we got the new SCW Women's Champion Crystal Carmichael taking on former champion Renee Van Peebles.
Ooh, Renee returns to SCW, huh?
Oh yeah,
Oh wow, that's pretty good. So the Queen of Mean is going there to get her title back, right?
that is correct. And as much as I would like to see Natasha Crane get a rematch, why she's not getting her rematch, I don't know. Maybe Travis has something to do with it. Who knows? But I'm glad to see Renee coming back, and I hope she beats the crap out of Crystal and takes that title because I didn't care as much until her manager well, he told his other guy, Mike Masters, to push me into the turnbuckle or the post last show. And then that
Wow.
distracted Natasha Crane.
So you have a little animosity going on here, is what you're saying, huh?
Don't I always?
Yeah, you certainly have you have a knack for it. What about Hunter Payne? I haven't seen anything of him being involved in WrestleTopia. What's the big man, the main man doing?
At this point, we don't know what he's doing, but I am sure he'll be having a close eye on the heavyweight title match.
Oh, I'm most certainly. I mean, that, how does he feel about the path Creed has taken? I mean, they were like father and son in wrestling. I mean, I know obviously his relationship with his dad is some, but this is like his wrestling dad. This is the guy that got him to the level that he's at. How does he respond to this shift in personality?
He's pretty pissed off.
Oh, I don't
I
doubt it.
mean, the guy that you train took under your wing kicks you in the nuts after all the help he's given you.
Well, he kicked Hunter in the nuts.
Yes, he kicked Hunter in the nuts.
Does he have a death wish?
Apparently so.
Jesus Christ. That, you don't tug on Superman's cape, don't piss into the wind, and don't kick Hunter Payne in the nuts. Aren't those the big three?
Um, Pretty much. I mean, especially when it comes to Hunter, you just don't do anything to Hunter.
No. No,
I don't want that
better
smoke.
better off just calling in sick that day. What else? I saw the tag team champions dysfunction on the poster. What are they up to?
They are in a
Did I
triple
see
threat
did I
tag
see
match.
Acid Jazz and Miles Mercer are a tag team?
Yes. C Reds VIP coming together.
I'm just saying, it's kind of like Soul Touches meet the ARC. Do we call them the ARC
Well,
touches?
oh no. C Red will correct you and say they're the VIP because that's his group. All of his groups collectively
Does that
together.
mean C Red is going to be in Shabance on Saturday?
I can't confirm nor deny
I might
because
have
I
to
don't know.
I might have to take a drive out there. I'm going to Mark and Brianna's wedding, aka Muggsy James. They're getting married this Saturday, and I was supposed to do roller derby, but because of Riot Fest, roller derby pushed their event up
Hmm.
against Frontline Pro, so I missed roller derby again, which doesn't make me happy, but it wasn't my fault. I had the date booked, and now I'm not. So I'm going to do that wedding, and then if I get out of the wedding early enough, maybe I take a ride down 57 and see what y'all got cooking. I haven't been to Shabance in a minute.
Oh, we got some stuff cooking, Steve. You'll enjoy this show.
I just want to be there. I want to sit in the back of the room and just watch what's going on. They I have long outlived my usefulness at Southland, and they got great commentators now, and they got a really good ring announcer. I'm really fond of Christian. I think he is going to be one of the best
Oh,
ever in this business. So the mantle I left was picked up very effectively, and the bar was surpassed. So bravo to Christian Brajas wherever he might be this evening. But they got it on lockdown at SCW, so I just be there as a casual observer watching the chaos. I have to admit, I really dig that tag match. I'd like to see Aaron Xavier and Angel get their ass handed to them by Big Tear and President Terry and Erica one more time. I think
well,
that's fun.
formerly known as President Terry.
He's always my president, okay? I mean,
I'm,
I'm not going to attack the Capitol building or anything, but he's my president.
I'm digging Flat Top though.
I love Flat Top, but President Flat Top,
Yeah, it's got a ring to it.
Terry, it was like having Sinatra as the president. Now at best you got Jerry Lewis.
But
Anyway,
so in that tag team title match, the Torture Killers are also in it. So it's a triple
my
threat.
good friend Spade. I'm never afraid enough when Scott Spade is around. Still up to his old tricks, is he?
Oh, definitely. Along with his Wicked Witch with her broomstick. I mean kendo stick.
Yeah, that kendo stick hurt. Not gonna lie, she packed a mean wallop. So give everybody the information, Turtle, for this Saturday night in Shabance. Tell us all about it.
All right, so it is WrestleTopia 5. And well, let's not forget have the Call Your Shot ladder match.
And who's all involved in that little situation? That fracas.
So we got JPH, Mike Masters, Matt Dewar, Da Cobra, Apex, and VJ Price.
My money's on the Cobra.
I
That's
kind of almost like everybody except Mike Masters, so I'll take anybody.
okay. Well, that's good for you. So the winner of the called shot ladder match gets to call their shot. They could they could challenge whoever wins that championship match at any time, right?
Yep, anytime, anywhere.
Could they
It could
do
be
it
in the
at the
street.
end of the night?
They could.
Wouldn't that be
They
a hoot?
could do. They can do it in Kankakee at the Majestic. Who knows?
How is the Majestic? I didn't get invited out there to the Mr. Bill show, but I hear really nice things about it.
It's a nice place. Very upscale, if you will. The stage is awesome. You get the ring up against it. I got yelled at from jumping off the stage into the ring once. It's fine.
Air Turtle, I love it.
Yeah, I was trying something fun. I get yelled at. It's cool.
You always seem to get
Uh,
in at least a little bit of hot water wherever you go, Turtle. It's like everybody wants to make turtle soup out of you.
Yeah, and they can try all they want.
So it's this Saturday night. SCW presents WrestleTopia live in Shabans. I believe doors is high voltage happening before. So our doors at 5, high voltage at 6, WrestleTopia at 7.
No, so doors open at 6, and as the doors are opening, high voltage will be going on.
And what's happening
So,
in high voltage?
oh, as I stated earlier, high voltage has not been finalized. Travis T is having some issues with the booking.
I'm shocked.
Um,
This is my shock.
people are people are giving him hell. He's trying to finalize the matches,
Why on
and
earth would they want to give that kind young gentleman hell? He's such a supporter of everybody.
people take advantage of presidents and GMs, and they're trying to take advantage of him too, and he's not having it. So he's trying to finalize, put the best of the best on high voltage. But so far the best are the Cowabunga crew at this point.
Okay, well,
We just don't know who we're fighting yet.
we'll see what Travis has cooking on high voltage. It will be, I'm sure, something very fun and very unexpected because that's what he does. And
We want
while we're talking about Travis, let's say thank you to our sponsor, Carter Comics. Uh, Go on their website, cartercomics.com or their eBay account, and use the promo code capital T, the Power Hour, and you'll get 10% off your purchase. And we would not have Carter Comics as our sponsor without Travis T. So thank you, Travis T, for getting us our very first sponsor. We appreciate that. And Carter Comics, I mean, especially right now with Secret Wars and Doctor Doom stuff coming up, I mean, now's the time to go buy that comic and get yourself ready for the Marvel Universe's last go round, I would think. So, go to cartercomics.com, use the promo code the Power Hour, and to get yourself a copy of Secret Wars or whatever else they have in their bins, and enjoy some comic book action. You doesn't have to be a
you know
kid.
what's
You have to be a kid
and
to read comics, right?
what's great about those codes? You can use it over and over and over and over again.
Spoken
You
like
could
Travis T.
you can use your promo code, and I can use mine at the same time.
And get 20% off comics.
Oh, not
That's
okay. Wait,
illegal.
not the same time. My bad.
Travis
You
is
can
going
make
off your
one.
ass on JFW.
And what?
Can't wait
And
for
see,
this show.
it would
You're
not be
giving
me
away
if
his
I
money,
didn't.
baby.
It wouldn't be me if I didn't fuck up at least one time.
Very
So
nicely done.
say you can make a purchase with your promo code,
Yes.
then make another purchase. Look, another purchase
Very
with
good.
my promo code, and then
So
you can go back to
I could buy
yours.
a couple of comics using the Power Hour, and then I could buy a couple more comics using the Turtle Power or whatever the fuck your code is.
Well, FreakNet.
Oh,
That
okay,
that'll be ours.
gotcha. All right, well, hey, you know what? 10% is 10%. If you buy $100 in comics, you get $10 off.
That's right.
Keep the math easy. Keep the math easy. Go to cartercomics.com, get some goddamn comics. It's the American way. Um, let's move on. What are we going to move on to? Let's see what we have here. All right, I'm waiting. We're gonna have a special guest drop in at some point tonight, and I want to save a couple of the topics for him. By the way, you're watching the Power Hour. I'm Steve. This is the Amazing Turtle. Right now, it's a two-man show because C Red's running late from work. Uh, Cactus Rack, Russian Blue, is getting over an illness. She may or may not be part of it tonight. Rion is doing Rion things, but he's now the morning after. He's focusing on his own stuff. Doesn't really need to be a part of this much anymore, I'm sure, in his own mind. We're just enhancement talent anyway. But coming in a little bit, hopefully, is the man I call Swole, Chris Dixon. He's my commentary partner at Wrestle League. So I want to talk a little Wrestle League with him. And for the first time, now let's shout out to Billy Wack. Billy, we're drinking your Pabst. We love what you do. We've had you on this show numerous times talking all about the super wrestlers. For the first time since the first show, the Power Hour missed the event entirely. None of us got a chance to see Super Wrestlers Rising, but I did see the new Super Wrestler. Did you see the new Super Wrestler?
No, I didn't.
Stephen Flo, the 90s grunge icon, coming out to his own theme song, Stephen Flo,
Oh wow.
with guitar and flannel, and his flannel is wrapped around his waist, looking very much like an Eddie Vedder Lane Staley sandwich. I can't wait to see what he did. Plus, I haven't had a chance to get any Delay Mignon burgers, but we're going to talk about super wrestlers when Chris Dixon joins us because he was there. I saw pictures of him standing in the line that I usually stand in. But we'll get back to super wrestlers the next time they do a show. I had some family stuff I was doing this past Sunday, so I was not able to. I had my ticket, so I supported the cause with my ticket purchase. But what can you do when you can't make it, you can't make it. Cards subject to change.
Always.
I hope Jordan Cross did well. I hope the Crossternians did well, and I hope the evil Rydal sucked ass. But that's neither here nor there. We'll talk about that with Swole when he arrives a little later this evening. So Turtle, last week on this show, I made an open invitation for anybody to be our guest this week. Anybody that wanted to talk, to be a part of the show. And we all know you very well. I've had you on this show almost as much as Marche Rocket, I'm pretty sure at this point.
Right.
And you've been part of the crew. You've been part of everything we do. When we do live remotes, you've been out to many of those. So you've been a supporter and you've been a friend of the program for a long time. In fact, at some point maybe we have to bring you in to be part of the Power Hour now that PX has decided to rogue out. But that's neither here nor there. Last week on this show, at the very end, the creator, Ben McCoy, showed up out of nowhere and just railed all over everybody. Have you ever heard anybody talk about Marche Rocket and Chris Logan the way he talked about Shogun Chris Logan and Marche Rocket?
Now that they had a death wish.
Telling you, man. And then he frequently badmouths me. He calls me a cosplayer. Says anytime I get in the ring, it's not earned. Perhaps he doesn't know that I've spent many hours in various rings under the tutelage of the likes of Hunter Payne and Mitch Blake and Rion Skills, learning to run the ropes, learning in-ring psychology, collar and elbow tie-ups, basic maneuvers to be able to navigate this business. And some of those nights in moments where I wanted to throw up after running those suicides and all the neck exercise and all the stuff that goes into it, calls me a cosplayer. Do I wear costumes sometimes? Sure. Do I do crazy things most of the time? That's really all that I do. But to not think that I take this seriously and to not respect me as somebody in this business, that pisses you off, right?
Oh, definitely.
Now I want to hold that so Travis Steve can kind of get this and incorporate this into his act next week, because we know he's looking for these moments where I'm serious with the glasses on, enunciating very slowly so people understand that the gravity of the situation, that the temperature of the room has changed. and he does it well. He really captures my inner irritation and agent of chaos basis, and he inflects the fact that I speak very directly and I speak very eloquently, and I ramp up and I get more and more angry as I'm calling out the viciousness around me that I seem to create wherever I go. But in this case, not so much. It's just somebody calling me names. It's useless. I'll step in the ring with Ben McCoy. He's short. He's small. Maybe he's a badass. I know he took a bullet in the face. I know he's a professional wrestler that's fought in Japan. I know all of his things, but all I have to do is put my hand out and he's swinging and swinging, right? He's a little guy, leprechaun, if you will. But that's not the point. The point is, not only did he call me out for being a joke, which, it isn't the first time I've been called out as a joke. I mean, Santana Starks, God rest his soul, called me a joke every time I ever saw him. Some of my appearances on the morning after were done as a joke. I get it. I understand that sometimes the people you love the most are out to do you the most harm. But that's a story for another show. But here we are, him calling you out, not even really knowing you, just knowing that we're friends, and he's kind of brought you into his sick little twisted world of the creator and the rapture, as he's calling it right now, the rapture my ass. But he called you out, and I have a problem with that, and I know you have a problem with that. So, Turtle, I'm going to give you the floor right now, and I want you to respond to the heinous thing. And he got you online. When you made a comment
Mhm.
on the advertisement, he went after you again. So you have an open forum. We will not let him in the show tonight. So you can say whatever you need to say to the creator. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the amazing Turtle exercising his right of free speech against creator Ben McCoy of Frontline Pro Wrestling. Turtle, the stage is yours.
So basically, I should start out by asking the question, why bring me into this? I don't deal with you. We are not even friends on social media.
Now even less.
Right. I mean, if he sends me a friend request, I'll accept it.
Of course you
Just
will.
so I can, because I'll just post videos on his page all day.
You love everybody.
Yeah. It it just boggles my mind that I am sitting and watching the Power Hour, and my name is brought up by somebody who doesn't deal with me. We've known each other for a long time. He may not remember, but we were both at Elite Pro together.
Oh, Elite Pro returns.
Yeah.
I mean, you weren't at Elite Pro by accident, right?
No, I
You
was
did the work,
brought
right?
in. I did the work. And it's funny. You know who the trainers were at Elite Pro?
Who?
The Tomasellis.
Oh,
Oh no. Come on, Ben. Elite Pro, the Tomasellis?
I know
I
what
was
you're doing.
there.
I know what you're doing here. I know what you're doing here.
What am I doing, Steve?
I
I'm
don't know.
just stating facts.
Anytime you conjure the name Tomaselli, you know that wreaks havoc on the Power Hour for the next month.
Oh yeah,
After the
because
show, I'm gonna have to call Paulie. Paulie, you want to come on next
see,
week?
Paulie will think I'm calling him out. You know, come on.
Turtle,
I
you're
think I
calling people
challenged
out you
him
don't
once.
even mean to.
I challenged him once. I think he
You're an
just
idiot.
laughed.
Why would you do that?
Probably. Come on, you challenge people all the time. You get into
I would
fights.
I would
So,
never challenge Paulie Tomaselli.
but you got in there with Aaron Stone. He hits just as hard.
I got involved with Aaron Stone, not of my own volition. Well, I mean, I guess kind of my own volition. That there was a situation there. Someone was trying to teach me a lesson,
Hmm.
and there we go.
Well, nonetheless. So yeah, that's right. I was a rookie at Elite Pro. Now I don't know how long Ben was in at that time. I'm sure he was in a lot longer than me. But I believe at that point he was Marche's bitch.
Okay. Wow. Whoa,
So
really?
yeah, every time he got in the ring with Marche chopped the shit out of him and beat him every time. So he wants to call Marche out.
He sure did.
Now, Marche is like up here compared to you now. If you thought he hit hard then, just imagine what he would do to you now.
Just ask Solomon Tupu and Jay Marston how hard Marche Rocket hits.
I know how hard Marche is. But
As do I. Remember that episode of The Last Man Standing? Take two and call me in the morning.
so I'm kind of jumping all over the place a little bit, but so again, when it comes to me, you are coming after me, and I just wonder why. And you say I'm irrelevant, but really, am I?
400
Am I
people,
that irrelevant?
400 people on a given Saturday in Joliet think you're pretty relevant.
Yeah. Everywhere I go, I get pops, as we say on JFW.
Mad Pops.
I I
Wait,
may
wait,
not
wait.
be
Let me
the
say it.
best.
That's pop facts.
I may not be the best in-ring performer. I have my moments where I can do some shit. I know I'm not on the same level as a Quinn Whittick, Muggsy James, Marche Rocket, and the list goes on. I am not that level, but I can still hang. But to say I'm irrelevant and a cosplayer, come on. Again, I was trained right by the Tomasellis.
Elite Pro is
So I can
full
get
of talented people.
I can get in that ring and beat some ass.
We've seen
It's
you do
true.
it, Turtle. We've seen you do it, Turtle. And now joining the show is the man who is the real star of the Power Hour, the man with a drink named after him Friday night that I am going to enjoy. Isn't he two-time Nova Award winner?
No, this is actually my first
All right, so
Nova.
much like Turtle, a Nova Award winning superstar.
But
Is
I've won so many other awards,
you better
but
not do this.
I'm grateful for that. The
Ladies and
fans
gentlemen,
vote.
it is our good friend, the power in the Power Hour, the urban sensation, NWA's own C Red. Red, you made
What's
it.
going on? I
Me and
told you I
Turtle,
was going.
me and Turtle we're working hard in your absence, but we're glad you're here now. We were just talking
I'm
about Ben coming on the end
Oh,
of the show, calling me a cosplayer, calling me a joke, and then talking some shit about Turtle. And obviously, he called out Shogun and Marche and said some pretty nasty things.
and me. Don't act like he didn't call me out.
He did, but we're talking about Turtle, and Turtle was reminding us that he and Ben shared some time at Elite Pro. You were at Elite Pro.
Of course. And to me, that's where, like, you go back, what is it? 2 shows prior to this one. And I tell Marche, I personally think he's still hung up on that, taking that L. And I don't know why. Like, it's wrestling. Like, we all take L's, we move forward and keep going. So, I don't, you know, the creator, you know, I think he's constantly, putting himself, like I said, you didn't see it coming, I saw it coming. Because again, come on, I've wrote the book on dirty tricks and shenanigans, and there's nothing I haven't done.
Yeah,
You know,
you were Dirty South before Nelly was Dirty South.
before there was Nelly, I'm like, oh, so him trying to run down. Here's my thing, and part of me understands, because Turtle was a ref for so long, and then he decided to full time. You know what? I really want to chase my dream, and for me, that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? It's not about because again, his trainer's top notch, so you can't question his trainers. You can't. Again, but so is Turtle a what's the word? Like, is he somebody that Vince McMahon will pull up and say, hey, I'm gonna give you a contract, kid? I doubt it, you know. But the one thing we can't take away from Turtle is his heart. And honestly, again, I don't care. I do care. Let me back that up. But if you haven't seen Turtle at Rocket Pro, you don't get what the phenomenon is all about.
That's phenomenal facts.
Like, and again, think about it. Turtle has come on here before. You said it before. And before I went back to Rocket Pro, I didn't get it. I was like, yeah, you're right. Okay, whatever. Like, they're not really cheering for Turtle like that. And the first time,
I remember that.
And I'm like, you got to kind of just go around the room. You got to look. And everybody, you look up and you see his video playing, and it's like, these people are really in the Turtle.
He is, without question, one of the most popular superstars in the Rocket Pro universe. I mean, as unlikely as you might think that is, there is absolutely no denying what he has done at Rocket Pro. It is beyond belief. You have to see it to believe it. Because if you know Turtle and you watch Turtle and you understand his history and where he's been and what he's done, what he is at Rocket Pro is the most amazingly gratifying thing, and you should come check it out.
Dude, and what I love about Turtle, and not just because he's on here.
Careful. His head is going like this. It's going.
No, it's he changed. So am I expecting to see Turtle do 450 splashes?
That day's coming.
Pure technical genius. No. But what I can say, he has taken a character and made it work for him.
100%.
And it works. It works. I'm not expecting to see him doing no flying punches or, jumping off the top rope into the third row.
But you know what happens when the 3 slices come.
Right? Hold on. You know what happens when the shell shock comes. Like,
Shell shock, that's it.
You have to really watch Turtle's match and think while he's wrestling what his character is, right? And they blend so well together. And again, is he perfect? No, none of us are. We all go out there and hell, we'll forget some shit in the heartbreak. Be like, oh damn, I forgot that spot. Okay, cover it up. But it's a guy that, if nothing else, I can say this equitably with my heart and soul, that is what Turtle is all about. He is finally living his dream and he's happy. Again, is he expecting some grand parade that, now he's the best thing in the Midwest and all that? I doubt it. But Turtle's having fun right now.
Here's the thing.
I know Mike, and he's happy.
Yeah.
And that's what matters.
And everything you said is true. And think about the entertaining wrestlers that we've seen over the years. John Cena, The Rock, they all have those two finishers that everybody knows. You have the attitude adjustment and the 5 knuckle shuffle. You have the rock bottom and the people's elbow. In Joliet, you got the 3 slices and you got the shell shock. Turtle has become Joliet John Cena. JJC.
Hey, I mean, we were always taught to work smart, not hard.
But
right?
we can see Turtle.
We can, but again, I mean,
Ben can't. Ben can't see
Ben
Turtle.
Ben came on here last week to
Talking out of his asshole.
run down everything that you love. If you didn't pay attention to it, everything that you love, he ran Turtle. He ran me down. He ran Marche down. He ran Logan down. All the people that you love, he ran down. If he could have ran down your favorite T-shirt, he probably would have. Like,
nobody runs down the $6 million man, brother. Nobody runs down Steve Austin, bitches. And this is Steve Austin before Stone Cold Steve Austin was cool. Just make a mistake.
That was the show, man. But these young people don't get that.
They don't get shit. And they're going to reboot that shit, and you're going to think it's good, and it's going to suck. Because if Lee Majors ain't in it, fuck you.
It ain't about we can rebuild them. So, that's just Ben. So, I mean, while I get, and I'm sure Turtle had his choice words, but why are we letting somebody like show me what you created? I mean, I get it. You created Frontline Pro, right? But isn't it the fans that have made it what it is today?
And the superstars that have bled, sweat, and cried in your fucking rings. That's what makes Frontline special. Yep. That's what makes it great. Not you, not your history, not your legacy, not what you do and how you do it. It's the people that do it for you under your umbrella. Yes, you have brought Frontline Pro to great heights, and God bless you for it. It's a great place to work. But what you're doing right now is trying to tear down what we love, and we will not stand for it. Now, Red, right before you got here, Turtle was just about to give me his thoughts on.
Oh, okay.
So you didn't miss it. So we're going to go back to Turtle now that Red's here to listen and be witness to it. What do you have to say to the creator?
So last week he said that I don't impress him. That's unfortunate because that means I won't end up in Frontline Pro.
Well, wait a minute. Let's not get too hasty. I'll let you finish, but I've got some ideas. But go ahead, Turtle.
It's unfortunate that I don't impress Ben, but at the same time, I have impressed better.
Get him, Turtle.
It's just crazy to me that I still got brought up, and I don't know why. If he and again, if I don't impress him, that's unfortunate. But if I were to come to Frontline Pro and we tussled in the ring, you might whoop my ass. But it won't be easy. Because you may need your henchmen, Muggsy and Quinn, which I have been in the ring with both. Muggsy needed to hit me with a weapon to win the match.
We remember that.
Quinn didn't beat me. He took his eye off the ball, and I outsmarted him. So there's that. So they both know how I am. So ask them how hard I hit Ben. And if I were to come to Frontline Pro, yeah, there's a good chance the crowd might not know who I am. But if we went one-on-one, they will know who I am, and I will be the guy that kicked your ass. Because all you do is run your mouth, Ben. That's all you do. Guarantee if Marche and Shogun showed up together you would need your henchmen and probably more. Also, you talked about Jason Hades. Um, I beat him once. So there's that.
True. It's true. I booked that match.
So don't sit there and call me a cosplayer. I can play the game. I am no cosplayer. Just because I am in a pretending to be a Ninja Turtle, it doesn't take away my wrestling ability. Am I great? No. Do I get inside my own head sometimes? Yes. But I can still kick ass and I'll shell shock the hell out of you.
So it sounds to me like maybe we should make a challenge right here on the Power Hour. Ben, all the shit you talked, all the stuff you said about the turtle, all those things, you would be very easy to prove yourself right if you brought him up to Frontline Pro and fought him yourself. Turtle versus the creator. I think it makes sense because if you beat the turtle and destroy him like you would any cosplayer, it proves your point. And Ben really likes to be right. But if you lose, or if the turtle ends up getting over on you, that blows your whole argument about what's down here in Chicago that's just waiting to come up north to Wisconsin. You see, when I came to Frontline last year, came up there by myself. There were some Chicago guys up there. Some of the Wrestle League guys were up there, but I was kind of my own thing. I was up against Wisconsin broadcasters, so I didn't have the flavor of the cheese state on my side. I was bringing my Midwest Chicago experience north of the border, right? Well, now at night for Tyler, Ben says I'm alone. Ben says he's going to do bad things to me. Ben says this. Ben says that. But am I really alone? Am I going to be there with a bunch of Wisconsin people and I'm the only Chicago guy there? Some shows that's true. But brother, at night for Tyler, I will not be alone. The urban sensation, C Red, will be at Frontline. That's as motherfucking Chicago as it gets. That's South Side, bitch. Pull a gat in your ass. We know how that works. That's you ain't gonna dodge that bullet.
You'll never see the creator come on 79th. I tell you that.
Oh, you would not. Little small miniature ginger coming out to come. Man, that'd be like a prison scene, but that's neither here nor there. In addition to C Red, Marche Rocket is coming to Frontline. You pissed off Marche Rocket. Marche Rocket heard everything you said. Marche Rocket heard your letter. Marche Rocket saw what you said last week. Marche knows exactly what you're trying to do. And Marche Rocket, he's from the heart of America, right in the middle of Chicago. Marche Rocket's coming. You conjured him. You dared him. You've been goading him to come to Wisconsin. Be careful what you wish for. Marche Rocket coming to a night for Tyler. Oh, by the way, you want somebody else from Chicago that's a badass? How about Jason fucking Hades? How about Jason fucking Hades coming to Chicago or coming to Marshfield, Wisconsin from Chicago? Now, don't have a ton of friends in this business. I have many people I know, but friends, that's a big word. Sean's my friend. Mike's my friend. That's legit.
Yeah.
Jason is my friend. Marche is my friend. So my friends are coming. And boy, you talk shit about Jason Hades. That is about the dumbest fucking thing you could possibly do. Run your mouth about that guy.
That's another guy that made him his bitch.
That fucking guy will eat your heart with a spoon. Do not invoke Jason Hades, whether he's masked or not. It makes no difference. Jason Hades is one of the baddest motherfuckers walking and will wrestle circles around you despite your dance card from earlier. So it sounds to me like the creator has opened the floodgates and Chicago's coming. So when I call you on your bullshit, this time I have backup. I had backup when you beat me with a chair. The entire locker room came out to defend me. But now I'm bringing my friends. So you picked the wrong month to have WrestleMania for Frontline, Night for Tyler, the biggest show of the year. And you're bringing in the heavy artillery. You're going to have Swoggle there. Joey Jet Avalon is going to be in attendance. So there's a lot of shit happening at Night for Tyler. It's like the 27 Yankees, that lineup. You fucked up, Ben. You fucked up. And Chicago's coming. And they're going to get you.
This is his way trying to be relevant, leeching off of other success.
And now all you have to do is invite Turtle. Hell, I'll pick Turtle up when I'm picking C-Red up.
Man, that car gonna be full.
Hey, we're driving in my wife's new car this time. You get to ride a badass new Tiguan.
It was unfortunate.
She don't know I'm taking it yet, but I need all the space I can get.
Betty Cena will kill me if I were to go. So
who in the
we Red, this is something that kind of happened on the fly today. Because none of us went to Super Wrestlers. None of us went to Super Wrestlers. It's the first time the Power Hour was not represented as Super Wrestlers. But my broadcast partner from Wrestle League, the motherfucker named Swole, Chris Dixon.
Oh, okay. All right.
Coming on the Power Hour, the velvet-throated bastard is here. Dixon, are you there?
Clearly.
Well, there he is. I don't see you, but I can hear you.
Don't see him or hear him.
Yeah. That was Red.
That was Red that said it? Well,
yeah.
When Dixon gets his audio and video problems handled, Swole was Swole. Swole's been in the gym. Swole's a bad dude. I don't know what you thought about Chris Dixon before, but Swole Dixon's something else. So let's let Ben call Swole Dixon too while we're at it. Let's just all go up there. Dog pile on the creator.
So wow.
Call him his name. Call him by his name. Swole.
I'm not calling no grown man Swole. But did you notice something last week? Or
you're gonna tell me.
either one of you. You noticed how he said basically, if things don't go his way, he'll take his ball and go home.
He did.
Like, really? So while he tried to blame you, Steve, for, if he left and there would be all these people that you would be putting out of work and all the fans that wouldn't have a front line to attend. No, it sounds, maybe it's me. Somebody needed their diaper change. Because if I lose, then I'm going to take my toy and I'm going to go home because you guys don't play fair anymore. Like,
says the guy who needed a chair on Steam.
Right, but like that, it's like that kid. You go, remember when you kids and you go to the basketball park and it's that kid and he's got a better ball. So you like, hey kid, yeah, come play with us. But he can't play worth shit. So you don't pass him the ball, you don't let him shoot. And then after a while he gets mad and he takes his ball and then he starts, I'm going home. I'm going home. Like, really? Like, we let you play. Oh, now we got two.
Dixon's so swole that he's taking 2 screens. He can't
Right.
himself in 1 screen. He's got to take 2.
And there's no audio or visual on either one.
He's gonna get there. Swole is my
There's
guy.
audio on one. Okay. Can we get a
Okay,
picture?
can you hear me?
I
We
can
can
hear
hear
you, but I
you.
can't see you.
Oh, man, I just hold on, because I just allowed to like accept camera. I guess it's this other one that I got going on because I tried to log on to one. Oh
Oh, the
man,
golden tones of Swole. We gotta love him. He'll find it.
There it is.
He is.
what's up?
Look at that robust motherfucker right there.
Been eating shit.
How you doing, Swole?
Man, look, jury duty. That's how I'm
Never
doing.
mind. Never mind.
That's how I'm doing right
Never
now.
mind.
In there.
That is the worst. That's where we should sit and be.
What?
Send them to jury duty.
That's fair.
Because
That's fair.
it's torture for the
Man,
human soul.
look, I was there since 9. They kept me till like 5:30.
Ooh, they must
Ooh.
like you.
All so they could figure out. Yeah, we don't really want him. I'm like, it took you all this time to figure out. It's like, oh yeah, because because blah 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 blah, and inner city youth and all that stuff. Like, yeah, I understand. Yeah, I grew up in that neighborhood. Oh, 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 we thought you was Dominican or something. Nah, I'm a brother. So they sent me on back. They like, nah, we don't need you on this case. You biased. Yeah, so they said,
And then the crazy part, they catch you a check, and it's like, but the people that got to leave after lunch
set
got the same check, but you had
Uh-huh.
to sit there another 4 hours.
Yeah,
That's why I always sit there. I always sit there like I'm mad.
the best
I'll never get picked.
$17 you'll ever get.
Man,
That takes it back to my old wrestling days, and that first payday you get like, man, shit, this ain't even enough for gas, but I got something.
Hey, what are you
No.
talking about? I get that every time I go. Well,
no, the worst part for us is Sam would pay us, but then dues would need to be paid the following week. So it's like, dude, all I'm doing is holding on to the money that you just gave me. And again, Sam paid by check.
Man.
So if you wasn't quick with it, them checks started to bounce. That's why everybody would look at me like, how your checks bounce cash? Because I go to the bank the night after the show, the same day of the show, that night,
Yeah,
after the after party, drive to the bank, deposit. It's gonna hit
Yep.
first thing on Monday. So it's getting cash. I'm sorry, Sam. I'm not waiting till Tuesday or Wednesday. No, never happens. Never works that way. So man, you was at Super Wrestlers.
yeah, man. Oof, that
Was that your
lot
first
of
experience?
nah. I think I only missed one Super Wrestler show, and like every time I go, it's always something crazy. It's always something new. Shout out to my boy Delay Mignon. You know my
Did he pass our burgers again?
Did you get a fucking burger?
I didn't get a burger. I'm still waiting on my order from 2 months ago. That motherfucker ain't gave me my damn Master Choli yet. I'm like, what the
He
hell
really
going
is
on?
fucking slow.
So he moved past
But
pizza.
yeah,
Okay.
but
All right.
we got a couple of new wrestlers that made their debut.
I saw Steven Flow. How was that?
Stephen Flow is a concert in that ring. I'm like, like grunge is not dead.
Oh shit.
It is very much alive. He did a damn stage dive
That's
while in the ring. So it's like, yeah, all right, okay. But Canada Dad, Canada Dad dropping a bombshell no one expected. USA hole, not really American. Yep. 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 Mm-hmm.
Wow.
One fucking show I missed, and USA Hole is not America, and he was called out by Canada Dad. Oh, this is why you can't miss a fucking episode.
So where is he from?
He is from the Great White North. He is himself Canadian. So there's some history going on there. It's yeah.
Did
Wow.
alopecia leave
I was-
USA Hole? Did alopecia leave
I
USA
was-
Hole?
He was the first one who ran off the stage. He was the first one who ran off, and I'm just like,
small legs,
man,
tiny legs.
he wilded his ass off the stage. Like, I can't be seen with you. He was gone.
I'm stuck. Like, wow. Like,
Everybody in there got quiet. Like, no. I'm like, mm-hmm.
here's a dude that's been talking about he is all about the red, white, and blue, and you're really red and white.
That is the one white man that has talked about making America great again that I thought, you know what, everyone can agree.
And I would have. Hey, you said that.
Every show I'm sitting there, I'm like, hey, look, let's do this.
Wow.
I feel betrayed. I feel hurt. We found out from Destructo and Madam Shatter what happened to Business Puppy. Apparently,
All right,
he had
hold on.
All right, wait a minute.
Here we go. Everybody get quiet.
So apparently, Business Puppy been conducting business throughout the galaxy, and some of them deals didn't turn out too good. They put a bounty out on Business Puppy, and they collected. Yeah. So I don't know if he gonna, figure his way out of this or not, but yeah, that bounty been collected from what I heard.
Wow. So Business Puppy has been spaded, huh?
Pretty
Holy
much.
shit. You miss one fucking show and everything went to hell in a handcart. What about Cross? What happened? What how was the burning, the flaming funeral?
Oh my God. So General Luxon and that whole group, first of all, they grabbed the wrong person. It wasn't Ryor's body. They grabbed Pubic Moose.
They burned Pubic Moose?
He came to as they were dousing him with the cross-turnia solution. And you're like, what the hell is going on? And then the ghost of Ryor, who was trapped in
a force ghost?
Yes, trapped in another dimension, legitimately goaded his brother Rydal into putting a prize on the line against Pubic Moose for the trouble that he caused him by trying to burn him. And man, Pubic Moose beat the hell out of Rydal. It was a close match. I don't know what, damn near being burned alive, awoke something to Pubic Moose, and he just bam went to town on him. It was something to behold, man. But then the boy that feeds the steed, Jordan Cross, he himself had a match that night against General Luxon, and then again, Force Ghost of Ryo came and powered him up, gave him the strength. She beat General 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring. And he's on his way to challenge and take the throne of Cross Turnia. And I'm like, ooh, okay. I like where this is going. But man, the whole night was just. I still ain't got my food yet. I'm still waiting.
I am so disgusted that I missed this show. I am so
I,
fucking angry at myself and my circumstances that I didn't get to see this guy. I had a ticket. I paid the money. I just couldn't go, and I missed all the shit.
I'm gonna be
I missed
honest.
all this shit.
Hey, Steve, it's okay. You, I know why you
I'm
did
gonna
it.
be.
I
So,
missed
so,
all this shit. Don't say it.
hey,
Don't say it, Red. Don't fucking say it. I don't need that right now. I don't
you,
need. I don't need your. I don't need your heretics.
Steve, you gotta look at the good with the bad. Like you're sitting down inside right now, right?
I am.
Right. When you finish this tonight, you get to go lay in a bed, right?
I do.
Okay, so I mean, we weigh the negatives with the positives. All right, let's.
Oh, motherfucker.
Hey,
Uncle Red,
okay, so this
Uncle
is what
Red dropping knowledge right now.
Note
I
to
need
self.
to know. Shogun,
Whoo, man.
I need to know about the two gloved people, the people that got the gloves that, and the
Okay,
one that thought it should be mine. You should not have it, Chris Logan. It's mine. Like, what happened?
That would be
so here,
Siphon, right?
yeah. Here's what happened. So for those that don't know, Siphon is the one who was initially meant to get the power that came to Earth, but it got intercepted somehow by Shogun on accident. Siphon made his in-ring debut against Stephen Flow. Shogun came out and called Siphon the match. So later on, Siphon figured he was going to return the favor because who did Shogun take on? Nolan the fucking Wizard.
I
And
missed.
it was
I
one of
missed Shogun versus Nolan the fucking Wizard. They talk about throwing fucking snake eyes on the show to miss. Jesus Christ.
man. And they went at it. They killed it.
Of
Siphon
course they
came
did.
out and he tried to hit Shogun with the chair, but Nolan like, you know what? I'm an honorable wizard. And he made Siphon hit himself repeatedly with the chair and got out the ring. I'm like, man, that wizardry is some strong ass shit, man. And then hit Siphon with the spinning back fist. I'm look, he got white wizard magic, black magic, all the magic.
There's a lot
It
of
was
magic in
beautiful.
that building, as there is on a given Sunday night at the Concord Music Hall. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know if I have the strength to hear anymore. Uh,
It. I mean, they
I
will be back. They
what
will
about
be back
when's the
on
next show? When is the next show?
December 8th.
Put that in my fucking thing right fucking now.
So
I am
they
right now.
will.
I am right now communicating with Billy Whack because I'm just so fucking pissed off right now. And he just confirmed
They
Sunday, December 8th,
yeah.
at the Concord Music Hall.
They
The
went
Super
in.
I'm gonna take 5 seconds and put the fucking thing in my shit. God damn it. How did I fucking miss that shit? Fuck. I am legit up. I am legit unhappy that I missed the shit. Never again. Okay. Of all the super
At
wrestling
this
shows,
point, it should.
are you gonna say this was the best
Yeah.
one?
So you know how when you get like a Raw before Mania,
Don't
this
don't
this
do
was
this to
that
me,
super
Swole.
wrestler shit.
Don't do this to me,
That
Swole.
was that was look. I gotta give this a solid a, a, a solid Swole out of 10. I
Look
gotta
at him
do it.
exposing the
I gotta
guns.
do it.
Look at him
I gotta
Man,
do
exposing
it.
the cannons.
I got to do it. This was like, damn, that's what they doing now. I can't wait to see what they're gonna do in December because if that's how they going,
What happened
they
with
pulling
the vampire and the werewolf?
okay, so USA Hole was supposed to fight Vlad Vader, right? That's when Canada Dad came out, ruined it for everybody. Had to expose the truth, pull the mask off, like say, hey, he ain't really American. So Vlad got pissed and basically called Canada uh, a can of dicks. He took offense to that, rolled up the sleeves, they put on the barn burner. Vlad got the victory. Porch Pirate though, mm, he took on my boy Danger Mask, and somehow there was a delivery that was meant for match 3. Actually, nope, it was I think it was match 2, and it came out during the first match. So you know how Amazon is. I'm gonna just leave it right here. Porch Pirate couldn't control himself.
It's Amazon's
He
fault.
opened
Yeah,
it.
that's true.
He opened it, and it turned out it was meant for the filet mignon, and
It was
poor
garlic.
Porch Pirate, he got some garlic powder, burned the shit out of him. Danger Mask caught him slipping. Whew. Came down with that shooting star press. 1, 2, 3. And
Shout out.
also just like the fact that Danger Mask can move the way he moves for a guy his size, that is terrifying.
Yeah.
That is utterly terrifying.
All right. Shout out to Billy Whack and CM Venom.
They killing it. They killing it.
Fuck. I haven't been this pissed off in a while. Did I miss something? God damn it. God damn it.
Steve, you can't be pissed. You can't be pissed.
Can be pissed. I am.
No, Steve, when you wake up in the morning after a restful night's sleep and you look over, understand. This is what I need you to do, Steve, tonight. When all of this is over, okay? Take your device, right? And I want you to go on YouTube and play Luther Vandross. A house is not a home. And you will understand why I'm saying it. Trust me, I'm upset as well that I'm clearly all me,
Hey, I
you, and
love me
Turtle,
some
we
Luther
all
too.
missed it.
Remember when Luther,
Turtles were
and
turtles were
Janet did
mad.
Best Things in Life for free?
Hey,
With New
Turtles
Edition, that
turtles were
Velvet
mad.
DeVoe, that shit was hot.
oh, that was the cut. But again, Big Luther, not Little Luther, Big Luther,
Well,
Big
he was
Luther.
kind of big then. That was like in
No,
the
I
90s.
like Big. Chris, would you tell him? Big Luther
Look,
was.
I'm gonna be honest. Look, some of them notes, like Luther, still Luther, but Big Luther hit them notes in a way Skinny Luther couldn't hit.
Yeah.
I don't
And
know if it was the itis or what, but
Luther always had that curl that just
uh-huh.
couldn't. But he could sing his butt. He sang his butt.
Ground on the Power Hour talking about the hairstylings of one Luther Vandross. God rest his soul. That's why we do this show, because you just never know what's going to happen. Swole, you're here. You talked about super wrestlers. Let's talk a little bit about Wrestle League, because we got a chance to work together. Was that fun or what?
Yeah. Honestly, so it's no shortage of chicanery when it comes to commentary at Wrestle League. Every show is different. I gotta say, you and John Bullard so far have been the best additions, but Steve, you about to get a brother fired, man. You about to get my ass fired. You were going in on so he and I gotta be careful even on this podcast. He's not the general manager. Don Capri is the owner of Wrestle League, and you going in on this man like he stole your puppy. I mean, just whoo.
My puppy didn't have a
But
bounty.
it's man, look. It's crazy, man. Like, can we talk about the chaos that is the women's division?
Oh my God.
Because
You guys have to come and check out what the women are doing at Frontline. It is fucking chaos. It is fucking chaos.
I need answers because I saw a clip the other day and I'm trying to figure out I don't know what name he's going by now these days, you know. He changes his name every 5 days or
Are you
so.
talking about King JR?
Yeah, that dude.
the Burger King.
Dollar Stop LeBron.
yeah, that dude. Like
Yeah,
all I saw
it's
him do was hit a chick, and I was like, well, that ain't legal.
man. So this what I want to know. How you gonna have your man steal your dog? You fight him for custody of the dog, and then end up getting back with the dude after dropping an album, and now he coming out helping you win your like helping you win your matches. What the hell? He hit Lulu with a chair.
What?
Brittany got her up, threw her in the Russell. Russell hit that poor girl with a spear.
A devastating spear.
Man, thank God for Montrose Mayhem coming out and saving the day, because I don't know what would have happened if no one came out, but it and I have it that there are rumblings that there will be a mixed tag match at the next show. It will be Lulu Lorena and Montrose Mayhem versus Brittany K and King JR.
And we got a Sunday show this time in October at Wrestle
Yeah.
League at Lincoln Hall. It's a Sunday show. So you all got no excuses not to come.
We
So
gotta go to work.
October
Football.
October October 13th, look, go to church, praise Jesus. Everybody got a phone, look, check your fantasy league, but like come
I don't
check
my
the other
fantasy
league
league
out as
anymore.
well.
I am having the year from hell for 2 weeks, man. I'm getting
I'm looking forward to this week on fantasy.
Oh, are we fighting
Man.
this week? Great.
Yes, we are.
Great. Fan fucking tastic. Can we all agree? Can we agree that at Wrestle League, Shaq Jordan's a piece of shit?
Man, I'm so disappointed in that man, because it's like you got all the tools, all the talent. And I think what it is that he's a really good wrestler, but he still takes shortcuts. Like, bro, you don't need Don Capri. You don't. You don't need to take shortcuts. You talented enough to get the job done on your own. And that shit he did with Shogun, I mean, you gonna hit the man with brass knucks.
He's been waiting a year, Dixon, waiting a year to get a win over Shogun, and you can't even really call that a win.
The most tainted victory. The most tainted, and he walking around like he did something. Like, bro,
That's what I'm saying.
you hit somebody with brass.
And he was talking shit to me, right? You're telling me that I'm getting everybody fired. He was talking shit to me.
I look, shit. Some of us ain't got the complexion for the protection. You were wilding, Steve. You were wilding.
He said that on commentary. I almost shit myself. He said your complexion is saving you right now. It was the greatest commentary line in history.
I'm like,
you popped me on that.
I'm like, man, I got complexion. But it's just like, man, honestly,
you said that you haven't had our dueling Evans laughing.
Man, look, shout out to them dudes in the booth doing all the lighting and sound, because man, they make every show unique. Couldn't do this without them. But speaking of people that we could do without, oh God, no Priv. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Red, you would hate you would hate No Privilege beyond any other thing that you've seen in wrestling. You want to talk about the
Three white
chiseling shits.
three white dudes from the suburbs that have more money by accident of birth than we will probably ever have with intent. I mean, just they the polos, the khakis, like man, like you got too much privilege when you can stop a promo because you trying to buy Bitcoin in the middle of a promo. I'm like, look, somebody need to come out, teach these guys a lesson. And thankfully, Bugs Moran and the Bro Bros, or the Ho Bros as they're called,
The Hobros.
came out and gave them at least a taste of what it's like to be a working man for once in their life. But I mean, the people were pissed. They were mad as hell at No Privilege. I'm like, at this point, between the audience reaction and the tiki torches they probably could have came out with, I don't know what was gonna have the most heat. Cause I mean, damn. Mm-mm.
And when is this next show? Is Sunday what?
October 13th.
October 13th.
Back at Lincoln Hall on the north side, right off of Fullerton. Uh, it's a great venue. The beverages are cold and delightful. The action is hot. Lulu Loretta, she's the champion. You're gonna see craziness. Brittany K and her, their war is not over. Mixed tag match possibly. What about Maya Karas, Muscle Mommy? The month before, got killed by Zilla Fatu, and then Mouse gets killed by Muscle Mommy this month. Can that boy just get a month off for good behavior so he doesn't die?
We talked to Mouse, and apparently Mouse, he's still full of optimism and can-do spirit, and apparently uh Maya is taking him under her wing. Got this man in the gym lifting weights, trying to get some meat on his bones so he can like actually, put up a good fight. And like honestly, at this rate, man, I'm gonna be real. I don't know how much more of this he can take because like one show you get a whole ass Samoan coming at you like a freight train,
Zilla
and you
killed
got a muscle. Like, look, Zilla the killer.
man.
Hey,
That 89-pound white boy got his ass handed to him on the plate.
Look,
Y'all should have had a funeral.
You took a Samoan drop and two Samoan spikes. Nah, I wouldn't have came back. I'd have quit. I'm telling you that right now. Nah, there should be a chalk outline in that ring still to this day.
Yeah. Oh, the stories to be told at Wrestle League. Of course, the Caribbean Cartel. Red, we have been tussling with the Caribbean Cartel for years. Louis has been shenaniganing since I started in this business. At first, it was him and Chris Massenguy. Now he's got a whole new generation of Caribbean Cartel, and I don't know what the fuck's going to happen next time because there's so many members you can't even keep straight.
Man, those dudes are bad news, and it's like I will say in the heavyweight, title picture, morale is kind of low because it's like no matter what you do, you can put up a hard fought battle. At the end of the day, Jesus Desafio, Rozzy, Louis the Wrench, like no matter what, every time you agree to a match with Alfredo Mieles, you might as well just get in the back of your mind, I'm fighting four people at the same time.
I think
And
El
you can go out.
is going to hold that title for a while.
He got a stranglehold on it.
Who?
After this past show, the combined might of Humek and Mike Strong wasn't even enough
They
to
had to
beat
fucking
Alfred.
handcuff Mike Strong to the ring. Mike Strong was
Yeah,
handcuffed to the ring, and Humek busted El Academico open wide. There was blood everywhere, and he
yeah.
still
Because at the end of the day, it's the numbers game.
that
That's
wrench
all
is
it comes
that
down
wrench
to.
is coming. That wrench is coming. And then we had the great return match. Quinn Whittick fighting his maybe his greatest adversary.
Oh, Enigma, man. That dude is literally just a ball of lightning.
That is Lucha
And
personified.
just like you blink and you miss 5 things that he's done. And him and Quinn Whittick, they put up a hell of a fight. They honestly, I'd say match of the night. And then out of nowhere, of course, Quinn's group, the League, formed with Pestilence, came out, reared their ugly head, almost cost, Enigma the match, but thankfully Thunder and Lightning were there to make the save. So
So the way it looks
um,
to me, you're gonna get Enigma and Thunder and Lightning against the League. I mean that story kind of writes itself, and that's worth the price of admission anywhere that match happens.
and if I'm Don Capri and I'm listening to this,
Smell the money.
I say, not only do you make that match, but you know what else you need to do? Make it for contendership. Because both got screwed, out of a title, Thunder and Lightning and Enigma. You know, I think it's only fair, if they win, they get title opportunities at a later date. But that's just me though. I'm trying to get fired. But I think that needs to happen. I think that 6-man need to happen.
Don't worry, Dixon. The only person that's going to get you fired is me.
Well, you look, hey, if you doing commentary with me on the 13th, man, look, I'm just bring the solo cups. I'm gonna get some of the Hennessy, and whatever happen.
Oh, I'll match you. Let's do the Hennessy together, brother. Well, let's get really into it. Let's
We
go
gonna,
down that rabbit hole.
we're gonna be sipping on the yak.
Hey, why not? Sip it on the yak, talking the yak. We got it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Swole, for stopping by tonight and talking super wrestlers and wrestling. It's always good to have you around. We'll have you back on the show again. You're going to be our official correspondent because you're out and about doing your thing. So it's always good to have those muscles in your brain on the show.
Man, I don't know which I got most of, but I'm gonna try to use whatever I got. So y'all want to talk wrestling? Hey, I'm gonna start trying to get out here to freelance shows, CSW. I gotta say one thing I do love about Chicago: the wrestling scene is alive and well. It is thriving in a way that I haven't seen in my very short time in this business. But the fact that it is indeed at where it is now, I'm excited because I mean, maybe our wishful thinking. I think we could do a super show with a couple of promotions. I think a super duper show, if you will. But
That would be
you
super.
know, I'm ready. I'm
All
ready.
right. Swole, you're the best. Thank you so much. We're gonna go back to Turtle right now because Turtle's got beef. We want to finish up with Ben. Turtle, it's like this. Ben has back to Frontline. Ben thinks that it's a rare occurrence that all the Chicago people are coming up, and we know the magistrate office is open, and I seemingly have a lot of friends of mine coming up to Frontline this time. Do you think maybe that's a coincidence? So maybe Turtle, you take the drive with us. You come to Frontline and you confront the creator. I would like to see that. Shell shock that bastard.
And you know I would, but there's a certain somebody that will probably kill me if I cancel other plans. So
That might be worth the death, but we'll get you up there at some point. Maybe you can come up for Freedom Cup and you can beat Ben's ass while Kurt Angle watches on, because that's gonna happen. That's gonna be cool. Lots of stuff happening, upcoming shows. We talked to Swole. We got Wrestle League coming up on the 13th of October, CSW coming up on October 11th. Red, I need you at that commentary table desperately. Just want you to know that. Just throwing that out there. Turtle will vouch for me.
On when?
At CSW anytime. Stan Payne had to step down, so it's just me and Levi twisting in the wind out there.
Oh Lord.
Hashtag disposable facts.
That's gotta be, and Chris can attest to this. That's like trying to commentate with an empty chair.
No, that chair's not empty, and that's furniture facts.
No. It physically,
Man,
it might not be in, but even mentally.
mentally, spiritually, emotionally.
We had we had a moment during the Hispanic Independence Day that things didn't go so well for us on commentary. I invite you all to watch it on IWTV. It'll be there. You can't miss it. I want to give you. I want to do a teaser. I want to do a spoiler from CSW Friday the 13th commentary. I just want you. We're gonna play a drinking game. It's not facts. We already wore that out. We caused too many deaths with take a drink every time you hear Levi say facts of some sort. I want you to take a drink every time you hear this. Every time you hear, take a drink, you will be shit-faced before intermission.
Damn.
Now that's sinus facts right there.
I mean, I get, whatever happened with Stan. I hope.
I love to bust Levi's balls, something fierce. It's one of my favorite things in this business.
I've never seen a person try to get their selves over or agenda over more than Levi. And I don't know how you're gonna do it. Like, how do you have time for actual commentating?
Well, I get FXB and Jax Johnson stopping by.
Man,
and the point there is, again, you might as well have two more empty chairs sitting right there.
And I tried to save you from Jax at least, but Levi got distracted.
He is my favorite herbologist because the herb was present. The herb was there. It was there. After commentary with him, I had the munchies. I'll be honest.
I mean, worst come to worst, pull a Jovi Styles, do it by yourself. I mean, you technically doing it already, so shit.
Right,
Oh man, that's fantastic. You can't buy that kind of. You can't buy that kind of clothes. Real quick before we go, I want to shout out to. I had an experience that I don't have very often in this business at Wrestle League. So one of the fans that was at Wrestle League came up to me. It was about 15 minutes before the show started, and he said, "Hey, you're Steve from the Power Hour, right?" And I said, "Yeah." He's like, "Man, I love your show. I look forward to it every Tuesday night. I never miss an episode. I've gone back on YouTube. I've watched all the shows." And I'm like, God damn. And then he started recounting things that have happened on previous shows. And I just assume nobody watches this. I mean, I know a few people will get a few laughs and click on it for a minute, but this man was quoting us and just all the things that we do on this show. And I have to say that it kind of blew me away a little bit. So if he's watching, David, thank you so much for uplifting my spirits on Sunday night. I was a little tired and I was a little out of it, but his kind words and his energy gave me the energy. And then I sat next to Swole and the shit was on.
And then the Bears lost, and
Well,
I laughed all the way to the bank.
yes, you did. Yes,
You know what? You know, we don't need to see. We don't need that kind of negativity. Like, come on now.
Hey,
Caleb's
yeah,
gonna be
look.
fine. Caleb is gonna be fine. It
okay,
might
Are
be
you sure?
fantasy, but Caleb's gonna be
right,
fine.
right. We'll find out Sunday, right?
We're gonna call him CW. We're gonna call him CW18 instead of TB12.
You can't call them nothing.
All I,
So
all I know, Caleb after that game looked like a single parent that had to work a 12-hour shift
Yes, he did.
with no baby.
bro, did you see the picture?
Bro, he's sitting there when you biting the bottom lip because you mad.
And poor DJ Moore was so angry at so many things. And that guy just signed for 110 million. My message to DJ Moore is this. You just signed a contract for 110 million in 4 years, and you just bought a mansion by the lake. You know what you can do for that money? Go up and get a fucking contested pass once in a while. Take
And
that shit away from somebody once in a while.
here's the funny part.
Ah!
Did you see Mooney last night?
Oh my God.
What now?
Did you see Mooney last night?
I did see Darnell Mooney last night. Well, you see, the difficult thing to believe is Kirk Cousins actually had a pocket to stand in to throw a pass like that.
Well,
Caleb Williams got sacked 7 times, got dropped 14 times, and got pressured. He got pressured 38 of 45 snaps. That's dog pile on the rabbit shit. That's not there is a lack. That's like a turnstile at the airport.
well, here's what I'm hoping for this Sunday, and we'll go back to David. And by the way, thank you.
We paid Jason Kelsey what he wants to come out of retirement and help us. Yes, let's do that right now.
You guys have a legit shot Sunday.
Well, despite the bad offensive play, we had a legit shot Sunday night. Down 6, a minute 45, started off good with a pass to Adunze, and then the offensive line forgot how to fucking block.
So,
block anybody. Bring a tight end in. Hell, bring a few people from special teams that can actually block and do something.
Well, maybe you got the coach. Maybe, not a bad part is the coach.
Valence his head off and throw it at somebody.
Coach,
as a police officer, I will actually let people out of jail if you need aggressiveness on that defensive line. I got
you. We can do some of that replacement shit. It worked for Jimmy McGinty.
I know some people. They ain't got nothing but time. Like, look, hey, if you help us,
we'll reduce your sentence. Fuck, I'm ready to call some people from Cross-Sternia to come and help our offensive line.
Oh man,
we'll travel the space and time to get a winner here, boy. We are so good. Anyway, we could talk about this all night. I want to thank the Turtle for coming on tonight and challenging Ben McCoy, and we are going to make that happen, Turtle. You are going to shell shock that pompous son of a bitch. I want to thank Red for coming on. He was a little late, but it's always better when Red's here. I want to thank Swole motherfucking Dixon for the unfortunate awesomeness of Super Wrestlers and helping me talk about Wrestle League. Don't forget this Friday night, Woodridge, Hollywood Boulevard. It's the RPW movie night. Come watch Fall Brawl on the big screen. That's going to be great. We've got Night for Tyler on the 28th. We'll talk about it on the next show. But the next show was filled tonight while we were talking. Yes, Turtle, you wanted it. You got it. Next week, Holly Tomaselli back on the Power Hour to shit all over Turtle.
Of course.
Ooh.
I mentioned his name.
You mentioned
it's like Beetlejuice.
You invoked the man. Tomaselli will be on this show next week. Thank you, Swole. Thank you, Turtle. Thank you, Red. We miss you, Cactus. We miss you, Rion. We miss you, PX. We will see you next week. For the Power Hour, I'm Steve. Good night, and God bless.